Welcome to our long weekend trip to Copenhagen. Discover the enchanting charms of the city with us and how much we spent there. We woke up early to catch our flight to Gatwick, took the bus and the train to the airport. But we still had time for a quick coffee and breakfast at Pure before boarding our plane. After a smooth 2-hour trip, we landed in Copenhagen airport and went straight to our hotel. We stayed at the City Hub Hotel located in the Vestborough neighborhood. It's a capsule hotel, which was a first for us, but it was a fantastic experience. The room was small but didn't feel too cramped. The bathrooms are shared but come with all necessary amenities, and would you even have rope to get in and out of the bathrooms. There is also a shared living space where people can drink, eat, or even work if they fancy. We stored our luggage away in the hotel lockers and started our exploration of the Danish capital. We stopped to get coffee before our first stop at the Parken, a cute park in the middle of the city filled with sculptures. There was also a lake, and it was laid out on the grounds of the old fortification ring of the city. We then headed to one of Copenhagen's most popular marketplace, Torven Alern. It offers more than 80 shops, from butcher, fishmonger, cheesemonger, etc. We decided to have lunch here. We got a small broad, which is an open-faced sandwich. We got a patty one and a fish one with beers. We also finished our lunch with a delicious peach sorbet that we got at the market as well. Next up is the Royal Park. We first took a well-deserved rest after all the walking we've been already doing, and we chilled under the trees for a bit. We then continued our exploration toward the Hogwarts-like castle of Rosenborg. On our way to our next destination, we passed by a row of yellow houses. They were former naval barracks built by the King Christian IV. We arrived at the Castellet, which is one of the best preserved fortresses in Northern Europe. also built by Christian IV. Now it mainly serves as a public park and historic site. From there, we walked a little bit more to the iconic Little Mermaid statue, quite smaller than what I imagined, but still very graceful. And the view from this is a total treat too. We walked even more along the canal to the new harbor to finally head to the famous Niavan, where all the colorful buildings lined the water. We had an Aperol Spritz. We enjoyed the sunset and the lively ambience in the area. To wrap up our first day in Copenhagen, we had a delicious pizza close to our hotel. Next day, our hotel recommended us to check Art Bakery for breakfast, and they were totally right. The food was delicious, would highly recommend. We ordered coffee and 2 Danish pastries to share. The buttery puff was a delight. With food in our stomach, we spent the morning at the National Museum of Denmark. It showcased a lot of things from antiquity to now, but we were particularly interested in all the Viking exhibitions. We saw some amulets, runes. It was very informative. Also, they have an interactive exhibition where you can follow the Viking Bjorn Ironside in one of its raids through North Africa.
But you can see it.
After learning all about the Vikings' time, we decided to then take a boat cruise along the canal. It was a refreshing and relaxing way to see the city. It gave us another perspective. We passed by famous Copenhagen landmarks such as the opera. We also saw the privacy location of Noma, which is one of the best restaurants in the world. We saw the royal yacht, and we were told that the Princess of Denmark was the one boarding the boat at that time. Next up on our list is the Round Tower, 17th century tower and observatory built by none other than Christian IV. It's still used today by amateur astronomers. We had to wait before getting in because there was not enough space for actually people to climb in and out at the same time. But from the rooftop you have a beautiful 360 view of the city, and I think it would be really nice during sunset. Then it was already quite late in the afternoon and we didn't have any food besides the pastry, so we quickly stopped at the burger joint in the center. After more working around in the centers and the neighborhood around, we finished our day at the White Lamp, a local pub where we enjoyed few beers and a lovely jazz concert. On our way back to the hotel, we stopped at 7-Eleven. We wanted to check out what kind of snacks Danish people are enjoying. In the morning of our last day, we decided to spend it exploring the neighborhood we stayed at, which was Versto Borough. We ordered breakfast, we had toasty and a pie that we shared, but the quality was not up to what we had so far, so we felt a bit disappointed. But we spotted this very cute bakery abroad, and we got 2 more Danish pastries, which were delicious. it's another recommendation of ours if you are in the area. We walked a lot during these past 2 days, but this time we decided to take the tube to reach out our next destination, Freetown, Christiania. This micronation is an international community and commune in the heart of the Christians' van neighborhood. It was founded in the 70s by anarchists and hippies. Our next stop of the day is this pub that is on the canal. We actually saw it the day before while we were on the boat and took note of it. The weather was sunny, a perfect opportunity for fresh beer next to the water. After this pleasant break, we headed back to the center. We walked by the famous Tivoli Gardens. We didn't go inside, but there you can ride if you want roller coasters and wander through magical gardens. Instead of the magical gardens, we actually decided to give the meat packing district a visit. Used to be home to Copenhagen's meat industry, but is now clusters of restaurants and bars. We stopped at Warpig for lunch. We had very good barbecue ribs there. Would recommend if you are again in the area. And then to finish our meal, we stopped by the nearby ice cream shop for a sweet treat. And this resumed our trip to Copenhagen. We finished our day going back to the hotel, getting our stuff before going straight to the airport for London. I hope you enjoyed the vlog and see you in the next one.